It was the last Sunday of November, 1970. Deep in Norway's mist-covered mountains, two hikers strayed off the main trail. Then, in a remote ravine known to locals as Death Valley, they saw it. A woman's body, scorched and unrecognizable. Her belongings, scattered, strangely damaged, arranged around her in unsettling ways. Her fingerprints were gone, the labels from her clothes cut away. And when investigators opened her luggage at the Bergen train station, the mystery grew darker. Inside were wigs, coded notes, and at least 9 different passports. Who was she? A spy? A victim? Or something more sinister? This is the story of the Isdal Woman, one of Europe's most haunting unsolved murder mysteries. The wind howled through the ravine as police stepped into the eerie silence of Isdal Valley. A woman lay on her back among the rocks. Nearby were scorched belongings, bottles, and a broken umbrella. Her identity was impossible to confirm. The body was severely scorched. Even her fingerprints had been sanded away, erasing the simplest path to a name. Scattered around her were traces of medication, over 70 sleeping pills. At first, investigators wondered if she might have harmed herself. But the strange, staged arrangement of her belongings raised immediate doubts. Forensic tests revealed she had inhaled smoke. She was still alive when the fire began. But who was this woman? And who would go to such lengths to erase her? The first real break came not from the crime scene, but from a locker at Bergen's train station. Inside were 2 suitcases believed to belong to the woman. The contents resembled a spy's kit: wigs, stylish clothes with labels removed, and multiple fake passports. The more they uncovered, the more her identity disappeared into the shadows. There were also handwritten notes in an odd code. Experts confirmed they matched dates and locations, evidence of extensive travel across Norway and Europe. Witnesses began to come forward. Hotel staff recalled a striking woman traveling under false names, fluent in several languages. She often requested rooms with balconies, always paying in cash. Police eventually identified at least 9 aliases. Each passport linked her to movements across Europe: Oslo, Paris, Hamburg, Geneva. Yet nowhere did she leave a trace of her real life. By the end of 1970, investigators faced a paradox. They had abundant evidence, yet not a single answer. The woman from Isdalen remained an unsolved mystery. Investigators dug deeper into her coded notes. Each entry matched a date and a city. It became clear the woman had traveled widely across Europe in the months before her death. Her journeys spanned Norway, Germany, Belgium, and Switzerland. She often moved quickly, staying just days in each place. The codes were not random scribbles. They were a travel log. Hotel staff across several cities described the same woman. Striking, fashionable, and confident, she carried herself like someone used to attention. She registered under aliases such as Fenella Lorch and Claudia Tielt. In each hotel, she requested a balcony room, insisting on privacy. She often paid in cash, leaving no traceable records. Witnesses remembered her speaking multiple languages fluently: German, French, English, and some Norwegian. Her voice carried a faint foreign accent, but no one could place it. Police also noted her purchases. She carried expensive clothing, high-end cosmetics, and stylish wigs. Everything suggested someone living beyond the means of an ordinary traveler. Investigators consulted intelligence experts. The woman's pattern of movement, false identities, and secrecy resembled the behavior of a covert operative. The possibility of espionage grew stronger. Cold War tensions framed the case. In 1970, Norway hosted NATO military exercises and advanced research facilities. Foreign agents often traveled through Bergen, monitoring technology and naval activity. Could the Isdal Woman have been part of this hidden world? Was she a courier, a spy, or an informant silenced before she could speak? Despite the theories, there was no hard proof. No agency admitted to knowing her. No country claimed her as one of their own. She remained a phantom, present everywhere, yet belonging nowhere. The official investigation closed quickly. Authorities recorded the case as self-inflicted, citing the sleeping pills, the traces of alcohol, and the evidence of fire. But many officers privately admitted they were unconvinced. The details were too strange. The erased fingerprints, the false identities, and the coded notes. Nothing about the scene felt ordinary. In the years that followed, new theories emerged. Some believed she was a spy, eliminated during the Cold War. Others suggested she had been silenced because of something she witnessed in Norway. Journalists continued to press the case. Reports surfaced of her being seen dining with unidentified men in Bergen before her death. But none of them were ever identified. Decades later, modern forensics reopened the mystery. In 2016, researchers re-examined her remains. Isotope testing of her teeth suggested she had grown up in Central or Eastern Europe. In 2019, investigators extracted DNA from her remains. The results confirmed she was of European descent, but no family match has ever been found. Even with modern science, her name remains lost. Today, the case stands as one of Europe's most enduring mysteries. A woman who lived under many names, crossing borders and leaving shadows. A woman whose life was hidden as carefully as her final days. More than 50 years later, the world still knows her only as the Isdal Woman.